Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. And my name is Ryan, and today we are going to be talking about how to forecast or track weather using GR2 analysts. So that we'll go in depth with like base velocity, reflectivity, all of that fun stuff, so that you can tell what storms are doing and all of that stuff. The data I'm using is from the 2011 Joplin tornado. A few facts about that: 161 people died in the Joplin tornado. Nearly 1,000 were injured, and it was the deadliest tornado to occur in the United States since 1947. With that in mind, we will be using the data from this tornado to help you learn how to track these storms and know what exactly is going on. So to start here, we are going to be on Springfield, Missouri's radar, is where the data is going to be coming from. We're going to be focusing mainly on the Joplin area right before it went into Joplin. At the time that this is being shown here, I believe it was still a PDS tornado and not yet a tornado emergency, but I do not know for sure on that one. Anyway, so we'll start by looking at a reflectivity here. So basically here, when you see this sort of notch area here, this could mean rotation. It doesn't necessarily always mean there's going to be a rotation there, but definitely could mean that there is some sort of rotation there. So you're going to want to watch out for those notches there. When it comes to base velocity here, so over here, this is base reflectivity. Over here, this is base velocity. When it comes to base velocity, the red and darker colors are going to be going away from the radar, and the green and lighter colors are going to be going towards the radar. So when you have here lighter colors and darker colors, that causes that spin right there for that possible rotation and possibly a tornado to be on the ground there. Let me see what other data I have here. Let's see what this one is. I haven't been on these in a while. So then here we've got after it's moved through Joplin. So basically you could still see that notch over here. So looking at that notch, you can see here that you've still got that green here and that red, and that obviously that mixing there creates that sort of rotation there. So then another thing is you can see this sort of other possible notch here, and then you've got a bit of higher velocity there, but not necessarily a rotation there. Let's see what. This here was too far away from the radar to really see much on base velocity. I mean, you can see a bit of that rotation here with the reds going away from the radar, green going towards the radar. But that's a little harder to tell there because it's further from the radar. So another thing is whenever you're forecasting, you want to find the closest radar to where you are. So say there was something in Buffalo over here. I would rather be on KSGF because it's closer rather than going on KLSX or KEAX because they're all further away. So you're going to want to make sure you're on the closest radar. Sometimes when you go to there's a tab and it's the warnings window. The warnings that are currently will show up here, and then you can click on one of those warnings and it'll take you to that. It'll take you to the closest radar. So that's another way to do that there. Let's see what other. Let me take a look. Okay. So this was right literally right after it moved out of Joplin. So this is going to be, you can also see this right here. Sometimes on base reflectivity, if it's a big enough storm, you can see what we call a debris ball, which we usually look at on a correlation coefficient, but sometimes you can see it on the base reflectivity, which is a little bit of what you can see here. But if we take a look here, you can see that it's the there's no like notch that I was showing earlier, like over here, like where there's a notch. That notch isn't here on this. I mean, in the pink you can, a little bit see it, but not really. So that's when reflectivity doesn't help you as much, and you've got to go take a look at your base velocity because of the red going away from the radar, then these lighter colors going towards. And that just creates that very dangerous rotation there that can that spun up a tornado that took a path of very destructive path. There were the thresholds they're not that big of a deal, so they don't really tell you much. And another thing about these lighter colors, the lighter the color, the higher the velocity is. Let me see if I have any others here. Nothing is, while I'm looking for this data, we're growing, so if you are, go ahead and like and subscribe if you want to. It's free, and you can always unsubscribe. This is another case here. This is what we call broad rotation, so it's not going to be that really tight rotation like I just showed you. It's going to be more broad. This is, at this stage, when it's this broad, it's usually not going to be a tornado, but if it was, it'd be right in there, where that dot is. So now we take a look. Let me check one more time if I've got anything else. To join our Discord in the description. We have a great time on our Discord. Always having a fun time doing fun things. I think that is all the data I have, though, for to show this. If you guys would like a part 2, just comment, like, all of that. It lets me know. But other than that, thank you for watching, and have a great rest of your day.